Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Elizabeth Simon, a World Bank Youth Delegate and AfCFTA National Champion Youth Fellowship, and as well as no, you switched off. Sorry. Yes. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Elizabeth Simon, a World Bank Youth Delegate, a climate change ambassador for the Global Youth Connect Network, and as well as an AfCFTA National Youth Fellowship Champion and the CEO and founder of Green EcoTech International. I welcome you today to the second day of the Women and Youth-led Green Trade and Digital Innovation, whereby we're going to grasp on presentations that are related to climate change and the importance of AI in hydrogen and how we can harness it. Yesterday in day one, just a recap, we did focus more on the future of the African green trade and the AfCFTA, as well as the sustainability growth in adapting climate change and mitigation. We will start off with a presentation that will be presented by Ms. Sonal Gupta. She lives in India and she has a green carbon on how to recycle. She'll give us a presentation within 20 minutes. Thank you. Sonal, the floor is yours.
Hi, just give me a second. I hope I'm loud and clear and I'm visible. Can you give me a heads up?
Yes.
Also, Elizabeth, could you let me know if we have space for audience interaction? Is it possible in the online mode?
Sorry, say that again.
I'm asking if audience interaction is possible. Is that possible? Perfect.
No, sorry, it's not possible.
All right, no worries at all. So I'll begin. So hi everybody, good morning. I'm Sonal Gupta. I'm the founder of Project Green and Garbage. Before I begin, I want to thank Elizabeth for giving me this amazing opportunity to be a part of this amazing dialogue. Talking about myself, as I mentioned, I'm the founder of Project Green and Garbage. Along with that, I run an organization called as Cyberport Foundation, and we work for cybersecurity awareness amongst the youth. To tell you a little about my background, I am a psychology major and a political science minor. And along with that, I'm a storyteller. And they say something about storytellers that we make things complicated when we write, but we are very simple people. But I have chosen something to do something on the latter part here. I've made sure that this presentation is very simple because change happens when we understand it and not in the complexities of the terms that we are surrounded by all the time. So I'll begin. So for Project Green and Garbage, I actually would prefer a little audience interaction, but any which ways, you'll have a little monologue from my end then. So talking about my organization, Project Green and Garbage, what we do is that we are a youth-led environmental initiative, which is active across 20 plus cities in India. We're committed to promoting sustainability and responsible waste management. So we conduct regular cleanup drives in most of the parts of the country whenever possible. We encourage volunteers to come and join us, and we deliver workshops and awareness sessions. We host youth-led dialogues and internships for students. So what this means to you, right? And why you should know about it. So just firstly highlighting a little about whatever we do, what the work we have done so far. So as I had mentioned, we conduct cleanliness drives. So these are our community initiatives. So we have done in more than 20 plus cities, you name it. If you have heard of Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, we have been there all. So these are some of the drives we have conducted around the country. These are some of our achievements at the World Forum. So we have represented ourselves at the United Nations, Harvard, SRCC, etc. We host community activities. So if you could see on the left hand side, we hosted a stall at one of the metro stations. It was like an awareness sessions. We were giving away free roses to people. We did some youth-led dialogues for youth to come and participate and just talk about what they feel. So you do not need to be an expert to talk about something. You can just talk about your personal experiences, because what you actually go through in your personal life matters when it's about the environment. We conduct workshops and internships, as I mentioned, and this is some of our media coverages. But yes, what do we do and how we do it? So, as the name of the organization, our method is even simpler. We say Project Green and Garbage, very simple, something about greenery, something about eradicating garbage. So, we do not have any big buzzwords. We do not get into any technicalities. What you need is a good intent. What do you mean by a good intent? So I'll explain to you how I started Project Green and Garbage. Currently, I'm a student, and I was a student when I started it. I was in school when I came with the idea that, hey, in my locality, this change is required. I want people to come together. I want people to understand that sanitation is not just my responsibility, but a collective responsibility altogether. So when we know that there is a change required, even in our friend circles, if we know that there's something happening wrong, how we start? We start with the dialogue, we start with the conversation. We say, hey, I think this is wrong, we need to fix this. Then we maybe mobilize other people. We tell them about our thought. And if our thought and our intent is good enough, we create an impact that we need. And this is exactly what we do at the at Project Green and Garbage, because adversities affect all of us equally. So we do not require any big knowledge or a big mindset to do a lot of things. All you need is just an intent. So small changes are the ones that affect the grassroots level, and we try and strive to create that change. So what is the most important thing for us? That people need to feel connected with what we do and then create the impact. So how can digital innovation make impact and what it means for the youth over here? So we do three things. We do digital advocacy, we make opportunities, and thirdly, we understand what the community model is. And I'll explain all of these things to you in detail. But before that, I have some questions. And because audience interaction is not possible, I would encourage if somebody in the online mode could maybe show me a thumbs up or write in the chat if that's possible again. So, how many of you use Instagram or TikTok every day? I think everybody, right? On an average, how many hours do you use your Instagram for? I suppose 3 hours, 4 hours, or 2 hours maybe, but not less than 1 hour, let's be honest. Right? Then, third question, how many of us identify ourselves as netizens here? Do we understand that what is our identity online? So, netizen is a simple word which means internet plus citizen. So, we are all citizens of the internet. So, do we know that our identity online is called as that we're a netizen? Think about it. These are all your food for thought. Question number 4. How many of us believe that a digital diet influence our actions? And what I mean by this is, suppose that you had a fight with your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, your partner, and then you start scrolling on Instagram. Your Instagram is most likely to show you something which is related to that particular fight. And what it does further for you, it sort of reinforces your behavior. It sort of motivates you to do something else, and you take another action. It validates your feeling, you take another action. So how many, okay, so why I'm saying this, you will understand this later. But now I'll move on to the fifth question, is how many of us are pro in networking here? I believe all of us, because it's a era of internet. We are using LinkedIn, we're using Instagram. That's how I found Elizabeth, by using WhatsApp. So I think we all are pro in networking and connecting with the right people. That's not an issue because we are the netizens. We are the generation born in the era of the internet. And for us to access and to reach out to people is even easier than anything on the planet, right? So now I'll explain why I asked you these questions, and importantly, question number 4, that why I asked you that your digital diet influence your action. You remember I told you that what we do here is digital advocacy. What is digital advocacy? Let me break it down simply to you. We create content on social media. And why that content is important? Because what you feed to the people is something that they start believing in. And if you feed something purposeful, if you just in your room talk about something that affects you, like if I say that environmental sustainability affects me, if I say today that I am somebody who do not buy a plastic bottle, I am somebody who carries my own steel bottle everywhere possible. It will try to create a difference, right? People will be like, okay, this is a very simple thing. Why is she talking about it? Because that is something that actually creates an impact. If you would know that on an average, of just one human being generates almost 1 kilograms of waste every single day, and how this waste is generated. Just think about it, that if you're going to your school or your college and you're getting late, and while on the way you buy one plastic bottle, that one plastic bottle is something that you can use it for once, right? Because studies show that even if you try reusing it, it has some cancerous things and whatnot. So you just use it once and you throw it. What happens to that one particular bottle, that one particular plastic? It's a waste. And by these little small behavioral changes, we actually deteriorate the environment, right? We create a negative impact on it. So thus digital advocacy becomes important. It becomes important for us to change our digital diet, to talk about habits which really impact you. And for that, there is this principle of nudge theory. You need to show people, you need to talk to people, you need to tell people that what is the current situation of the environment is. If I think in Africa it's pretty evident that people are smart enough to know about what's climate change. You're able to understand. But if you talk about Delhi, people over here do talk about climate change, but these are the people who are not so much adversely impacted by climate change as people in Kenya are. And thus that personal experience creates a lot of difference. And thus, it becomes important for people to use their internet, to use the phone that they have, and talk about things that impact us daily, so that we can actually, make use of the globalization. And you do not have to be expert in talking about things that affect you personally, right? We can talk about the smallest of littlest of things, right? Coming back to so moving forward to my next slide is how you can be a part of Project Green and Garbage, and exactly what is the model that we follow. So anybody can be a part of a team. What they need to do is that they need to show an interest to be a city head or a country head. Now, what does a city head does? A city head is a person like me who wants to create, who has an intent to create an impact, right? So two is important: intent and impact. Second, you use your digital presence to form a community of like-minded individuals. What do you do for your digital presence? I will break it down. Simple. You shoot messages on the WhatsApp groups. You make a community of people who are like-minded. Third, you start with social media advocacy. You start by talking about the smallest of things in your daily life, because these are the smallest of things that makes the biggest impact. So again, you do not have to go ahead and say that, oh, I do not know this about AI, oh, I do not know about this particular technological change. Nothing. Just small things in your behavior. Talk about them. They make the biggest impacts. Fourth, start finding places to bring on work on ground impact. How do you do that? If you go to a slum area, you find that place is unhygienic, that place needs change, that place requires cleanliness, and people living there do not have the resources. Everybody present here, I'm pretty sure that they have a broom in their house. They can afford to buy a pair of gloves. All you need to do is that if to make a team of 10 people, take the broom from your house, buy a pair of gloves, clean that place, contact the local government or municipality there, and bring the change. It's that simple and easy. All you require is, again, the intent to do it, and intent with the structure that we provide to you. Fifth, action. Just do it. And all the people who do it, we obviously give them certificates and letter of recommendations and whatnot. But it's again about the lives of the people you impact. Imagine if you go and clean a slum area and you actually create an impact to the people living there. They would be so grateful, they would be so happy, because these are the people who do not have time to do all of this. These are the people who do not have the resources to think about all of these things. But we as sensible people, we as somebody educated enough, we need to take the small actions, right? Because again, it's all about the little things that we do that create the biggest impact. So let's commit to building a sustainable future now, right? And that sustainability also starts when you start taking care of the people around you. So if you want to bring PGAG to your country, you can become a country head. So this is a little QR for you to join. You can scan this QR. It's an intent form, and we will share more details about how you can become a country head, what's the procedure, what's the interview process, and everything that you'll receive via online. But you can fill this form, and we will reach out to you for further details. And yeah, these are my contact IDs. If you want to connect with me on WhatsApp or on email, here you can. And yeah, that's all from my end. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much for the presentation, Ms. Sonal. That was quite very insightful information. Thank you for sharing the details. I'm very much sure that even ourselves, Green EcoTech International, will definitely love to collaborate with you on this project of bringing PGAC to our Namibian country, and I'm sure many more like us would like as well to be ambassadors in their countries. Thank you very
We would
much.
love to have you on board. We would absolutely love to have you on board.
Very much, Miss Onel.
All right. Thank you.
So that was Miss Sonel online. So we're going to go forward with our next presentation by Basecamp Business Incubator, Mr. Eliphas. Mr. Eliphas will introduce himself as he is a presenter and a judge for today's pitch competition that will be taking place online. Please, a very warm welcome to Mr. Eliphas. Yes, Koa Soap. I hope I did pronounce that correct. Thank you very much. Mr. Eliphas, please just introduce yourself while we're busy sharing your slides. Thank you.
Hi everyone. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, thank you. Uh, my name is Eliphas Owoswam Jr. I am a programs coordinator at Basecamp Business Incubator, and it is an honor to speak at the Women and Youth-led Green Trade and Digital Innovation Summit today. Thank you for giving us this platform, Elizabeth. So, yeah, Elizabeth, can I get started?
Yes, please. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you so much. So yeah, today I want to briefly share everything you need to know about Basecamp Business Incubator, of who we are, why we exist, and how our network empowers entrepreneurs to build sustainable, scalable businesses that contribute to Namibia's economic growth. So yeah, about Basecamp. So Basecamp Business Incubator is a registered non-profit organization committed to building a thriving startup ecosystem in Namibia. Our mission is quite simple, and our mission is to empower entrepreneurs through structured programs, mentorships, and giving them access to resources so they can turn their ideas into impactful businesses. So we work with entrepreneurs from ideation all the way up to investment ready stages, providing them with tools, networks, and guidance needed to build sustainable startups. So why do we exist? We exist because Namibia's economic reality requires new solutions. Our economy has faced prolonged stagnation over several years. Our unemployment rate has been going up, especially among youth, and continues to rise. And entrepreneurship is essential for job creation and long-term growth, as entrepreneurs do create jobs for our society. So, however, support programs and funding instruments for early stage innovators are quite limited. This comes in as Basecamp was created to address these gaps by becoming a home for disruptors and for founders who are building solutions for Namibia's challenges. And some programs. So programs are core to what Basecamp does, as Basecamp does run annual incubation and acceleration programs for aspiring entrepreneurs and serial entrepreneurs and people that just have ideas and don't know how to start. So we have 4 core programs that we run. Our first program is the pre-incubation program, which is called our Hunt program. So this program runs for 1 month. And then after the pre-incubation program, we have our incubation program, which is our launch startup stage. This is called the Cook program, and it runs for 2 months. And then after the Cook program, you move on to our pre-acceleration, which is our growth stage, which is called the Trade program. This program runs for 6 months. And then after that, we have our acceleration program, which is our export program. And this program can be 12 to 24 months long. As you can see, there's a pattern with the names, which is the Hunt. So as an entrepreneur, come to us with your idea. So you're put out there where you go hunt for the right idea. And then after hunting for the right idea, when you have caught what the idea or whatsoever, you can now go cook your business recipe with the skills that we have now given you. And then after you have cooked your product or your service, we send you out to go to the market and you can now trade your product or your service in Namibia. And then after that, we have the export. So export is now expand your market. So this is where we expect you to trade and go beyond. So yeah, that's the theme of our programs over there. And then, yeah, so about our core programs, I basically touched on that, but yeah. So we have an idea gen workshop. So this is something we usually have before the Hunt program, depending on the type of activity or sector that we're dealing with. So the idea gen is a structured 2-hour ideation session that assists aspiring entrepreneurs in generating and refining their innovative ideas. So this is usually done online. It's a virtual program, like I told you guys about in the previous slide. So the Hunt program is a 4-week virtual program for early stage idea validation. It is open to anyone with a passion for business. And then the Cook program. So the Cook program is an 8-week virtual incubation program for early stage companies to develop their business plans and grow sales. So in the Cook program, you are introduced to industry experts in accounting, in HR, in compliance, and so on. So you have sessions with these people and they give you the background and all the information you need to know. You need to know for implementing those things into your business. Trade program, once again, so our trade program is now a hybrid program. It's 6 months long, and it's a program for developing startups to prepare for investment and scale. So in this program, you are given mentors in different fields. Again, they are experts in their fields. All of our experts have 10 plus years of experience in the fields that we link you guys with. So let's say in your business you are not that good at marketing, and then we have a marketing expert. They can hold your hand and give you guidance in the marketing aspect for your business. And if you need anything, you can always just contact them and they will assist you. So this is for now 6 months. And we have an entire pool of mentors in the different fields. So then after the trade, we have the export program. So like I said, it's a 12 to 24 month hybrid acceleration program for startups which are ready to enter new markets. So over here, you still have your mentors. You have sessions online, you have sessions in person with your mentors, and they assist you to now expand and enter new markets. So so in 2024, we delivered multiple programs. So here are a few of our numbers and our key outcomes from last year. So in our Hunt program, we had 1,220 applications, which resulted in 748 participants, and 380 people have graduated out of our Hunt program. So when we say graduate, it basically just means you have completed the program. And we move on to the Cook program, which is our business incubation program. So over here, we have 371 participants and 167 graduates. And then the trade program, which is our pre-acceleration and mentorship program, we had 24 participants and 14 plus graduates. And then the export program, which is our market readiness program, we have 5 participants and it is still currently ongoing. As I said, the export program is 12 to 24 months. And then last year, we also hosted Global Entrepreneurship Week in Namibia. Many different events. We hosted pitch events, ecosystem engagements. We also hosted the Namibian Business Hall of Fame last year. We had over 560 plus attendees over the entire week. And this is what we have done so far this year. In our 105 participants, our Cook 183 participants, our trade 51 participants, and our export program we have 5 participants. So this is our annual desired impact. So through community events, which is hackathons, pitch events, and also basically events like this, we try to have 1,500 participants per year. In our Hunt program, we try to register 500 participants per year. Our Cook 120 startups per year, and our trade 40 startups per year. So in our trade, we also try to invest for pre-seed equity, which is 100,000. And then we have our export, where we try to have 20 startups per year. As Basecamp recently started, we haven't reached that number for our export yet, but we hope to get there, as we have just been operating for a few years. But this year, we have, in partnership with UNDP, we have given out 1.4 million to 14 startups this year. And So yeah, these are just a few of our strategic partnerships that we have had and still continue to have throughout our oper yeah us operating. So we had F&B, we did entrepreneurship development programs for them and mentorship and coaching. DBN, we have done mentorship and coaching. We have worked with NAST on innovation, entrepreneurship and innovation workshops. We have worked with CEDAS, and then we have our foreign partners, our international partners, which is Technopole and Talent. So we have also done entrepreneurship development programs for them and Terra AI in Singapore, and we have done the same for them. And then we have Belletix SME Finance. So we have done entrepreneurship development programs with them and mentorship and coaching as well. And the same goes for NABAN, which is the Namibian Business Angel Network. And we have assisted with corporate innovation with the Metropolitan. And we have also done entrepreneurship and innovation workshops with NCRST. So these are a few of the startups that have gone through our program and that have been making an impact in Namibia. And hopefully some of you can register and sign up for our programs and join this list of people that are trying to develop Namibia's economic growth and creating jobs. These are just a few pictures from the events that we have hosted, from our hackathons, our pitch competitions, networking sessions, and startup awards, and also public and private collaboration initiatives. So yeah, just a few pictures, like I said. And yeah, this is the team. So Behind Basecamp is a passionate, committed team that works tirelessly to support entrepreneurs. So we have Rosalia, which is our programs coordinator. We have Guvi, which is our general and finance manager. We have Vincent, he's our programs and business development manager. And then we have our co-founder and director, Mr. Jasa Hanoshike. And then you have myself over there, Eliphas. I'm also a programs coordinator. And we have Nita Shikongo, which is our events marketing and communications manager. And then last but not least, we have Tuyamba Akwakwe, which is our programs and business development manager as well. So we're a small team, but we have a big impact. And together we serve as ecosystem builders, mentors, facilitators, and supporters of entrepreneurial growth. So, so the MSME selection criteria for the businesses that have applied for the summit, the way we are going to select them is through this. So yeah, the problem, solution fit, and climate relevance. So this evaluates how clearly the MSME identifies a climate trade or environmental problem and how effectively the solution addresses it within the African context. Then we move on to the innovation, technology, and digital capability. So this assesses the level of technological innovation, creativity in approach, and the effective use of digital, AI, hydrogen, or climate tech tools. Then we move on to the market potential and audience alignment. So this measures and understands the target of customers, the demand, the reach, and the overall strength of the market fit. And we move on to the business model and revenue streams. So over here, we evaluate whether the business model is viable, scalable, sustainable, and clearly defined revenue sources, pricing, and growth pathways. And then we move on to the financial planning and feasibility. So here we are going to review the accuracy and realism of the financial plan, including budgeting, cost structure, revenue logic, and long-term financial sustainability. And then another category is the green impact, sustainability, and climate benefit. So over here, we assess the solutions potential to reduce emissions, improve sustainability, or contribute to green industrialization and climate resilience. And we move on to the social, economic, and community impact. So here it evaluates the socio-economic impact, the empowerment of women, youth, inclusivity, and the ventures contribution to community development. And then last but not least, we have the growth potential and the AfCFTA scalability. So this measures the project's readiness for regional expansion, cross-border trade, integration, partnership potential, and long-term viability under AfCFTA. And that's it. Thank you. Thank you for your time and attention. Basecamp is committed to empowering and strengthening Namibia's entrepreneurial ecosystem and driving sustainable economic growth through innovation and trade. I look forward to connecting with you all and exploring collaboration opportunities to support the next generation of Namibian founders. Thank you.
Thank you very much for such a very well comprehensive, natural presentation, Mr. Alifas. That's quite very informative, and I'm very much sure that a lot that didn't know about it will be able to join. And just having messages in the chat, I could tell that you already have a lot of people that might be interested in a collaboration.
Thank you. And yeah, thank you for the platform once again. We truly appreciate it.
No, not a problem. Thank you very much as well for presenting. Are there any questions online? Okay, fair enough. Thank you very much, Mr. Eliphas. Well, thank you very much. We heard it all from Mr. Eliphas from the Basecamp Business Incubator regarding pitch competitions and what are the criteria, stated their goals, visions, and mission. So now that it's very clear, I'm sure most of us who are having businesses or ideas and don't know where to start, that's the very first place that we can actually go to. Moving forward, we will be moving forward with Green EcoTech International presentation from the Vice Chairperson of Green EcoTech International. So Green EcoTech International is literally an organization that was formed by 24 World Bank youth delegates from different countries such as Haiti, Indonesia, India, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and then in Africa we're in Burkina Faso, Nigeria, Burundi, Uganda, and Ethiopia. However, the headquarters are stated here in Namibia, whereas I am the founder and the chairperson and CEO. I'll be handing over the floor to our vice chairperson, co-founder as well, Mr. David Gamfi. He is in Ghana. Thank you. You can as well share your screen. Please just introduce yourself as well.
All right, so thank you very much. Please, can you hear me? All right, thank you so much. I'm David Atadankwa Jemfi. I'm a counseling psychologist. I'm a leaders trainer with 15 years experience training leaders, and I'm a co-founder of Green EcoTech International NGO, and I'm also the vice chairman. I'm from Ghana. Yeah, so I'm speaking currently from Ghana. I'm happy to be amongst you. Thank you. So Elizabeth, you can help me share the screen for me. So you share the slides for me.
Sure, just give me a minute.
All right, thank you very much.
Are you able to see?
Yes. But then there are the files. The actual presentation has not opened. All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, innovators here, women and youth here, are change makers. I'm so much delighted to be amongst you. Yeah, so um, this is a summit which embodies the spirit of Africa's future. Um, Specifically, women and youth leading this charge in green trade and digital innovation. So, please, the next slide for me. Um, Please, can you go to the next slide? All right, so this gathering is not just another conference. It is a declaration that Africa will not be a passive observer in the global climate technology revolution. We will lead it and we will shape it. And we will ensure that the benefits of innovation reach every community, every household, every young person across the continent. So we are poised to make sure that we make our region a better place as far as we are concerned. So please, let's move on. So the story of Green EcoTech International. So GETI was founded in August 2024, that is just last year. We were born out of World Bank Group Youth Delegate Summit 2024. So at the summit, young leaders from all over the world came together with a conviction that sustainability is not someone else's responsibility, it is ours. Yeah, so we have 24 youth from all over the continent, from all over the place, and we've come together to form Green EcoTech International. and we have our headquarters in Namibia. Yeah, so we have our CEO and our chairperson who is hosting this event, and the director of this event, Elizabeth Simon. Yeah, so please continue. So let me highlight some achievements in the past year. So I mentioned earlier on that we are just a year. Green EcoTech International, or GETI, is a year. So we've had a 30-day Green Planet Challenge, a 30-day Green Planet Challenge. Yeah. So shortly after our founding, we launched a 30-day advocacy challenge. Every member committed to daily actions, messages promoting sustainability. This campaign sparked conversations across communities and digital platforms, that proving that consistent youth-led advocacy can shift mindsets. So with Green EcoTech International NGO, originally we were known as Green Future International. We rebranded to Green EcoTech International to reflect our clarity, innovation, and global ambition. Yeah, so the rebrand was not just cosmetic, it was strategic, and it signaled our shift from advocacy alone to innovation, to implementation, and to empowerment. So we are always with this 30-day Green Planet Challenge, we were able to spark various awareness on our digital platform, and all the 24 members of GETI were involved, actively involved, and it's impacted communities. We had responses from people who were positively impacted across the nations, across different continents. Please, let's move on. Okay, so we've been engaged in conferences, and we've participated in various conferences, and we've positioned ourselves not as followers but contributors to global green technology agenda. So various representatives of GETI from different nations have organized activities that brought effective sustainability awareness. So we've had recently we had a worldwide suicide prevention webinar that we held for everyone, and it was very impactful. It was very impactful, and we had our CEO representing GETI in various conferences from the picture gallery. All right, so let's move on. So we've also had the opportunity to be represented in the US Africa Business Summit 2025. Yeah, and we pioneered last year's Women and Youth-led AI Summit. That was last year. That is a summit. That is the first, and this year is the second. So that summit had the honor of the then Vice President of Namibia, who is now the President of Namibia. Yeah, so it has had a lot of impact on many youth, and I think most of us can attest to that fact. Yes, so it is something that I believe has come to stay. This event, or this summit, has come to stay, and year on, we're going to impact youth. We're going to impact a lot of people. We're going to impact women into various fields, and doing so much for themselves. Please, let's move on. So yeah, so through the innovation of our chairperson and our CEO, Elizabeth Simon, we've have recognition from the World Bank, the World Bank Group. So it is not just a symbolic recognition, but it's a proof that Africa-led initiatives can set global standard. Yeah, so being born out of World Bank Group, we are very happy to have them at our back always, and that they are always very proud of us, because they give it to us. we came out from different countries, but we are making impact, and we are very proud of that. Yeah. So please, let's move on. So our mission and our vision and our goals, they are clear. So our mission is to innovate and implement sustainable green technologies to foster environmental conservation and improve the quality of life for communities globally. And our vision is very ambitious, to be a foremost global leader in pioneering sustainable green technologies that drive environmental conservation and enhance global community resilience. Okay, so let's move on. And with our goals, one, to innovate and develop green technologies, to build global partnership, to empower communities through education, to launch sustainable development initiatives, to influence policy for environmental sustainability. So these goals are not abstract. They are not just abstract. They are live realities. So in Africa, when we say resilience, we are talking about food security. We are talking about clean water. We are talking about renewable energy. We are talking about sustainable livelihoods. So these are our goals, and we are looking at making sure that we'll be able to have positive impact in all these ways. Please, let's move on. So connecting to this year's team summit, this year's summit team, we looking at climate technology. So GETI's advocacy and innovation aligns with Africa's urgent need for climate resilient solutions. So we are exploring AI-driven energy efficiency. We are exploring smart agriculture and renewable energy advocacies. So we get to understand that climate technology is not an optional thing. It is a daily necessity, yeah, for survival. And with AI and hydrogen, hydrogen is the frontier of clean energy. AI can optimize production. AI can also optimize storage and distribution. So GETI is committed to ensuring African youth, African women are not left behind in this revolution. So we envision African innovators leading breakthroughs in hydrogen technology, not importing them decades later. Yeah, so with after AfCFTA opportunities, that is the African Continental Free Trade Area. It is more than a trade agreement. It is a platform for innovation. It's a platform for innovation. So GETI, which is Green EcoTech International, we envision green technologies and digital solutions flowing across borders, empowering communities, creating jobs. So women and youth must be at the center of this transformation. So AfCFTA is our chance to prove that sustainability and trade can go hand in hand. Yeah. So please, let's move on. So future direction, we're looking forward to establish a cycle of continuous improvement, ensuring our vision and our vision, our mission and our vision remain very relevant, and we will expand our advocacy into policy influence. We push for renewable energy incentives, green building codes, and sustainable trade policies. Yeah, let's move on quickly. So what does this mean for Namibia? What does this mean for Africa? What does this mean for the world? For Namibia, Namibia will collaborate on renewable energy and AI-driven projects, empower communities through training and development. Now, for Africa, we'll be able to share her knowledge across borders. Green EcoTech International, happily, we have so many representatives from the various African countries. Most of our representatives or most of our staff are from Africa. So we share knowledge across borders. We build resilience against climate change and unlock AfCFTA opportunities through innovation. So we realize, or we then understand, that Africa is not a recipient of solutions. No, we are not just recipients of solutions, but we are generators of them. So we want Africa to become a hub of solution generators, whereby we'll be able to impact our world positively. Okay, so bringing it to a closure, please let's move to the next slide. Green EcoTech International GETI is a proof that when women and youth led, transformation follows. Yeah, so when we have women, when we have youth who lead, we get transformation. We get transformation, and we have shown that persistence, innovation, and collaboration can change the narrative. And so we are scattered all over the world as GETI, but then we have one purpose, one goal, one aim, and there is so much strength, there's so much unity, there's so much life among the team. So we come together, we have consistent meetings virtually, and we are so much happy working from every part of this world, helping shaping our globe. So as we gather here in Windhoek, let us commit not just to discussions, but to actions. Climate technology, AI in hydrogen, and AfCFTA opportunities, it is not distant dreams. They are within our grasp, and if you want to lead boldly. So together we can pioneer technologies, empower communities, influence policies that ensure our planet remains vibrant and resilient. So I think the time is now to innovate, to conserve, and to build a greener tomorrow. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for your time and your attention.
Thank you very much, David. That was quite very insightful. What we'd like to find out is, how do we get hold of Green EcoTech?
Okay. I think in our account, so that those who want to have access to Green EcoTech will be able to have access to Green EcoTech International. So as I said, our CEO and our chairperson is Elizabeth Simon, who is moderating this event. So she herself represents Green EcoTech International, and getting in touch is so much, gives you access to be able to contact Green EcoTech International. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. David. That was quite very informative. And thank you so much for a well-crafted presentation. This is really a good platform that Green EcoTech has formed, and it's also such a privilege to be part of this organization, because what we do is we create awareness and education to grassroots, to educational youth, to unskilled and skilled labor. So thank you for a very well nutshell presentation that you just gave.
Thank you too, and thank you to everybody.
As we move forward, we're gonna be busy. We're gonna take a short commercial break for just around about 10 minutes, whereby we'll be meeting with the judges offline, and then we're gonna come back with the top 10 startups that we have selected from the applications that were received for this pitch competition, specifically for this women and youth-led Green Trade and Digital Innovation Summit for this year. Thank you. Hello? Good morning and a very welcome again to the Women and Youth-Led Green Trade and Digital Innovation Summit 2025. As we are approaching the closing of the summit of day 2, there was a pitch competition that was taking place, and these were the organizations that actually qualified for the mentoring and coaching. However, the pitch competition will only take place next year officially. However, the mentoring and coaching of these 13 organizations, or particularly micro, small, medium enterprises, they will be mentored and coached by Basecamp Business Incubator in collaboration as well with Green EcoTech International. So I'll just pass on the final remarks to Mr. Eliphas from Basecamp Business Incubator. Thank you.
Okay, hi everyone once again. My name is Eliphas Jr. and I'm a programs coordinator at Basecamp Business Incubator. So the top 13 that was selected are going to go through a hunt program next year, early on next year with Basecamp. And I just wanted to wish everyone luck. That's gonna go through and congratulate everyone that has been selected for the top 13. And hopefully the training that you guys go through next year will equip all of you for the future pitch event or pitch competition that the Women and Youth-Led Green Trade and Digital Innovation Summit is going to be hosting. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Eli. Will be the end of the summit that took place the 2 days. Thank you very much.